Hello, my name is Michael Houston, CEO, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Tara Houston, founder of Houston Consulting Group and Associates. And today we're excited to present to you our 8th edition of our Business Empowerment Series. And we're very excited today because we have a very special guest, Nicole Brown, founder and CEO and owner of Nicole L Brown LLC.
All right.
All right. How you doing today, Nicole?
I'm wonderful. Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm truly blessed to be here.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. Glad to have you.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
We're just blessed to be in the presence of Nicole Brown. You're just such an amazing person.
Yes, you are.
And we know you, just in the community. And I know our sons went to the same school at one time. And your son was a great mentor to mine, and he's doing great now. Your son's playing professional basketball, and that's definitely an aspiration of many kids.
Absolutely.
But I attribute a lot of that to you, as a mother, and what you've instilled in your children, you and your husband together. And you have 2 beautiful daughters and another handsome son. You're just a beautiful family and inspiration.
Yes.
But we have you on here today because we are just impressed with all you've done as a business, as a business conglomerate. And just want to hear a little bit about your story, kind of where you got your start, and what, where you're headed, what you're doing. So where did you get started?
I got started in Maryland. I was after high school, long story short, I'm gonna make it real short. I worked at this lady's home. I have a daycare business, Nikki's Christian Daycare. And there was I had one of those half-day programs where you go to school half a day, you work the other half. And I went to her in-home daycare and I worked with her. And every day I would come in, she would give me a list of things to do, and then she would leave. She'd say, I'm going to lunch with my friends. I'm going to get my hair done, my nails done, everything. And I always said, I want to do that one day. And so from that point on, I graduated high school. My SAT scores, I was valedictorian in my class, but I could not get the SAT scores together for nothing. And so I got a free, I went to cosmetology school actually for free. I did a business called Nikki on Wheels, and then we had the opportunity to move to Virginia. And then I started in-home daycare in 93. And then in 2006, we opened our first daycare center. Right now we have 2 as well. Currently, we provide care for over 100 families before COVID-19, but we're still doing very well. I have a jewelry business. I have a kiosk at the mall.
I'm sorry, Nikki.
Consultant.
I just have to butt in. Your tools here.
Absolutely. You got my wife looking good, definitely.
Yes. She always wears her pieces so well.
Absolutely.
Very classy.
Yeah,
very classy. So that's kind of, I have a consulting business where I do help small businesses, people who feel as though when they start, my theme is you are not alone. Because when I started, transition from in-home to a center, I really felt alone. I'm also a part of the Boss Up Moms. That's a whole nother thing I do with entrepreneur moms. But, in the consultant side of it all, I just really felt lonely, even though I visited other places who had the same business I wanted, but I didn't have that connection with someone who truly understood me, my business, where I was going, and what I was trying to do. Awesome. So in that's just kind of how all of the businesses got started.
Awesome, Nikki. And let's talk a little bit about, that's just, your story is just amazing. How one thing leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another. So in terms of your businesses, we're in the middle of this COVID-19 crisis. And I know for many people, it's a crisis, but I know that you have more advice for us on how to handle this crisis. As I've seen it and I've talked to you, can you share a little bit about how your businesses are approaching the crisis?
Yes. The one thing I do believe in, as I share with, I really have been in prayer and like, God, what do you want me to how should I respond during this time? And my whole theme has been Christ in the crisis.
I like that. Christ in the crisis.
Just letting my staff know that God is with us, that he has not forgotten us, but how I respond as their leader truly makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if I'm upset or if I can't handle this properly, the whole business can just go to pieces. You know, and so I really had to really step back and really pray and say, God, help me lead these people because they're watching me. And so during this time, you know, we've been applying for the different loans that have been available. One of the things I would honestly tell you, I was very fearful to try. In 2010, I was approached by the IRS for payroll taxes because the first 4 years, the payroll company was sending me those forms. All I saw was file, and that's all I did was file. I didn't know I was supposed to send money with those papers. So, I mean, that in itself was just traumatizing to have an IRS agent come and sit at your school, and you're just like, and you have a stack of letters that you did get, but you don't understand, so you don't ask anybody.
Right.
So I was fearful, and you know, we're on a plan with them, and things are rolling, and by the grace of God, we are still open and able to still function because of God's grace and mercy. And, you know, so from all of that, I was fearful to apply for these loans because I'm like, God, you know, we don't get any tax returns every year. It goes straight to that. And, you know, but I said, God, I trust you. And I remember applying for it. I'm in this Facebook group of all these daycare owners from across the U.S. are freaking out. And I'm just like, God, I trust you. And I kept telling my staff, they began to pray. They would anoint the schools early in the morning. And next thing I know, I got a letter late at night and was like, well, first of all, I remember sitting at my house and my finances were really, really small. I'm like, God, you're going to have to do something. I remember saying to myself, Father, I need you to bless this business so they can see you. I need money to show up now. And within that minute, maybe 5 minutes later, I had a parent make a payment whose child didn't even come to the school during this whole COVID. And it wasn't a small payment. And I'm like, okay, God, well, I need more money. You know,
that's right.
The next morning I woke up and the $10,000 funds that they were giving for the grant was in my account that day.
Look at the Lord.
2 days later, I'm up late at night, just checking the email, checking the status, making sure I give all the documents for this loan. Next thing I know, it says sign the document. So I signed it, of course, right there on my phone, submit that. The next day, it was less than 24 hours, the money was deposited into our account. So God has just been taking care.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's been taking care of.
Yes.
30 kids with 20 staff still on payroll.
Wow.
So that doesn't make any sense if you think about it.
Absolutely.
They haven't missed a beat. A smaller school has a strong 10, and there's 5 of them that work there. You know, and so what we did was we lessened our hours. We open now from, I think, we're getting ready to go to 7 to 5:30 or 7 to 6. And so some of them open, they do 6 hours, and the other crew does another 6. So to be honest, since COVID-19, our schools and businesses are in a better position before this all started. Wow. But I just would encourage any entrepreneur person, don't let fear stop you from trying.
That's right. Powerful. That's right. That's powerful.
And during this time, God is just doing things that just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
This is money that is there for us to get. Why not? And out of fear, people don't want to do it. But I just had to get to a point in everything that I did. I trusted God. I give to my staff. I pray with them. I would text them. We would have Zoom meetings and make sure I needed to stay connected. And as a leader, you have to be present. I can't sit at home in quarantine And these people are out here running my business.
Absolutely.
I go, I talk, I touch them. I make sure they're good. I make sure they have what they need. I even ask some of them, if you don't want to be here, you can go get unemployment. I promise you, you'll be fine. They're like, no, we want to be here. This is some type of normalcy to our lives that we don't want to be at home depressed, wondering what is going to happen next. At least being around people that you're allowed to be around, so it's truly a blessing for them. So to have it, first of all, to be a daycare center and be essential, that says enough already.
Absolutely.
It does.
Absolutely.
So we haven't missed a beat. I did decide to close a couple days here and there to kind of give my staff a chance to reset. The last week of May, we're going to close. And due to getting that loan, that allows me to pay them for the week they'll be off. We're also giving our parents the opportunity that they won't have to pay that week too. So it's a blessing for everyone all the way around. So it's just using wisdom of what is given. But I honestly can tell you our needs have been met.
That's awesome.
I tell you, Nicole, that I know you just blessed us with your testimony.
You did.
I mean, we didn't know all that, and I know for those who are listening to this, the current business owner who may be struggling doing these challenges. I know we're entrepreneurs. We had challenges we have to work with, but just your story, where you came from, and we appreciate you being transparent. I think that will really resonate with those who are listening, and how God has brought you through this, and you have been an excellent leader to your staff in the trenches, leading by example, being there for them, showing them that you care. That is such a blessing. I think will really help somebody who's listening to this, to press on, especially during this COVID-19. Yeah. So we thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. And I heard a couple things. I got caught instantly. Right. Christ in the crisis.
That's right.
I heard you say that. I'm going to hold on to that one.
Absolutely.
I heard you talk about leaders need to be present. Yeah. You're that business owner. Right. People need to feel, your staff need to feel more so like you're working for them than working for you. And that's what I'm feeling.
Absolutely.
I feel that you care about your staff and you do a lot. So that's just exciting. But what we want to do is to make sure people can reach out to you, and we'll have your information in the post. But I know you have a coaching program, and you've already coached us in this 5 minutes.
I know that's right. Yes. I'm gonna watch this video again.
Yeah, but we do want to hear more about your coaching program. We only have about a minute left, but tell us a little bit about that.
I have a coaching program that I work with entrepreneurs of any type of business, especially the feeling of feeling alone. So my tag is "You are not alone." And it's really to help entrepreneurs really jump out there and not be fearful, but having someone walk you through this process. I'm currently working with a young lady who maybe 2 months ago I spoke at her church, and I gave away money to like an entrepreneur person who wants to start, and I gave her a year of free coaching. Since then, we started maybe about a month ago. She has already got her LLC for her in-home daycare. She wants to do daycare. She's already begun to make progress. I start with talking with people who want to do business. We don't jump into the business first. We jump into them. Let's talk about you. Are you confident in yourself? How do you feel about you? What do you do for you? We talk about self-care first before we even dive into the business part, because we're sometimes so focused on our goals and what we want to do for the business, we forget ourselves. So my focus is to first get people to focus on them. Why do you want to do this? What is the purpose? Is your business needed? And sometimes, the ideas people have, we don't try and be dream crushers, but we really want to be realistic, about what people are doing. So I do a lot of focusing on them as a person first. So that way they can do things in confidence. They can be able to sit at times like this and speak with confidence instead of saying,
Absolutely.
It's helping them build that confidence and believe in your own self and your own product.
Well, that is just fantastic, Nicole.
Yes.
We are so honored to have sat with you during this time to learn and glean from you. But we know that other people want to hear from you too. So we're going to definitely make sure that we share your information, and you will all be in touch as well, because I'm excited about some of your conferences and stuff you have. And we'll have you back on once you start having those and have some other things that you're doing. So very exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah. Awesome.
Really.
Yeah. So we thank you for being on. I just want to share with everybody, if you want to hear some of our other upcoming editions or some of our past editions, you can subscribe to our Business Empowerment Series YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button there on the bottom of this video here, and you will catch it, the episodes as they come out. So again, Nicole, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me. Love you guys.
Okay, love you too. Okay, have a blessed day.
You too.